for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time my niggas talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want, if a craving, nigga. Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time a nigga talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want, if a craving, nigga.
Popping bottles and popping models before the I did. Blowing this green, my bitch better than poison ivy. I got that itch, real nigga, how you define me? Fever pitch, I'm slick Rick back in the 90s. I got my patch on, used to fly all my packs home. Only personal smoke, die before it was well known. I'm talking Cali, San Fernando Valley gas, homie. Rain pulled up on me, had like 7 strands on me, no cap. Bars, these bars, I'm the captain of my shit. In fact, my niggas out, moving all type of shit. Eat up or be a hungry nigga. That ain't my forte. Lyrical slaughter, my mama said, I'm Bobby Boucher. They ain't gon' like me, I'm Donald minus the toupee. With the guarantee, and I got my niggas on 3-way. A quick call, the king is sick, it's go time. I don't beg for stripes, nigga, I earn mine.
Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time my niggas talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want, if a craving, nigga. Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time a nigga talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want, if a craving, nigga.
Trophy case they loaded, if I'm being humble. Man, my flow got splashed like 11 puddles. After school detention, you don't want no trouble. The way these bodies piling up, did somebody fumble? Stand over the body, let me ask you something. Stash the money in the oven, couple racks or something. Water main broke, so she called the plumber. Started poking shorty back like an acupuncture. Man, my appetite for money got me fat as fuck. Y'all be laughing to the bank, I'll be mad as fuck. In this game, this one drive, you better cash in. Either you go run to death or somebody pass in. That sound tragic. Man, forget the casket. Skip the funeral arrangements and city taxes. Had to check my tax bracket. I'm gaining traction. And I still got my trophies than you whack rappers.
Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time my niggas talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want, if a craving, nigga. Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time a nigga talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The race going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gon' eat what I kill when I want, if a craving, nigga.
Emerged from the freestyles in North Flame basement. King nigga, we don't even walk up on the set
same pavement, Spence with it. Even if I crash, I'm still great. Strapped up, picture Bokeem running through them gates. I'm telling you, brother to brother, now can you relate? Where only big dollar amounts can restore the faith. Now it's scary hours amongst us. My hunger, it was a come up. Flow shine is when the sun up. Green Coopers in the cart move fast, so that's the one to call it Alex Felix number, how it run up. I'm the son in the east of 5. I'm just waiting for my come up. Listen up, I'm Max, and I ain't just talking about my dream. At Outcast, I threw 3 stacks to get that blue dream. And all shit me up. So nigga, you think you nice with them schemes? I told them if I'm on the scene, I close a caption for the teams. Listen, I tripled up twice. Image MJ with the green. The hook set our greatness up. Yeah, none of our names be Kareem. Now it's trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time my niggas talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The rate's going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gonna eat what I kill when I want. If a craving, nigga. Trophies for the whole team. We got it on demand, we never sold dreams. Now the whole scene looking like a whole dream. That's why it's MVP trophies for my whole team. Got them hating lanes pissed every time a nigga talk. Winning all we know, be like fuck a sign of loss. The rate's going up, you could call it hustle heaven. I'm gonna eat what I kill when I want. If a craving, nigga.
Good. Yeah. What up? It's your brother Virgil Berry, aka Stats with the Facts. And y'all know y'all tapped in, tuned into another episode of 8 Real Talk Podcast, Tuesday night wrap up, E.N.E Sports. Let's go. King Els, what's happening?
What's good?
You already know what it, man. We over here off of the Altos again, man. I've been on my Altos kick lately, man.
Okay.
We're here off of the Altos, and what the fuck he said? Dope department.
Okay.
What you know about this dope? You heard about the dope department, Strain?
Nah, what's that about?
Tastes like haze, man.
You saying what?
It tastes like some haze.
What's it called?
Dope department.
Oh, okay. Nah, I ain't even hear it.
Y'all know these niggas be coming up with these crazy ass names for the piff and shit, man.
Yeah, definitely. Go wild all over the place.
Yeah. It's your brother Virgil Berry, aka Stuff for Facts. And you already know what it is, man. I got my brother King Els in the building. El?
Yeah.
What's happening, man? What's good?
Shit, bro, I can't call it, man. Great day out. Was just running around and I'm chilling, man. Hopped on the grill for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And got to it.
What you sit up there and put on the grill?
Just some chicken thighs, something lightweight, nothing too much.
Or something like. I think thighs is the best piece of chicken to throw on the grill, man.
Yeah.
The best piece, especially leg thigh quarter.
Straight smoke session. I didn't even let them touch the fire.
Leave them motherfuckers on the grill for like 4-5 hours, man.
Right. Yep. I did a good 2-hour session for the thighs. You know what I mean? 2.5-hour session. Just let them cook on the top, right?
Okay.
Smoke them straight through. That's how I do them, y'all. Like the thighs, I just lay them up top. Let the smoke do it. You know what I mean? Do the cooking for you. Them shits be tasting just like the wood chips I use. You know what I mean? So that's how I do mine. You know what I mean? I smoke them. I don't even let them touch the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I got the skin on, see these, they was skinless. So I didn't have to.
Okay.
But if they would have had the skin on, then I do let this, I crispy up the skin if I do it on the grill. And I will let it hit the fire with the skin. But honestly, if you throw them on that top rack, you just leave the skin down for a little while, you be good either way.
And that's a fact. That's an absolute fact. I don't really fuck with the skinless thighs all like that. But If I was gonna fuck with some skinless thigh, I would cook them just like that. Throw them on that top rack. Let them babies cook low and slow, man. I think they marinate for about 30, 45 minutes. You're talking about minimum. Minimum. We're gonna get straight to it, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Y'all already know what it is, man. Tap in, walk with your brothers, man. Got my brother King L's in the building, man. What's good, man? Let's go.
So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right?
Alayla Everett is a decorated athlete and senior at IC Norcom High School. She would have never thought her trip to the Class 3 track and field state finals last Tuesday would take a drastic turn.
They're going off of one angle.
Alayla visibly emotional because of this video from the meet. This was a 4x200 meter relay race, and she and a Brookville High School athlete were rounding a curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
After a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit.
It appears intentional, but Alayla says it was accidental.
But I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. I didn't have to see a first video, second video, 10 video. I know 100% that she won't do this to nobody.
Her parents outraged at the backlash. The IC Norcom relay team was disqualified, a ruling that a local USA track and field official finds questionable. He says a play-by-play look shows that the Brookville athlete was running closely to Alayla.
If a person comes up on the outside, they got to be a full stride ahead of me before they can cut in front of me.
The other family spoke with the news station in Roanoke asking for an apology from Alayla, something she wants to give, but she says the other athlete hasn't been receptive, blocking her on social media, and instead the Everett family was served with court papers.
And now we have to go to a city 3 hours away that everybody hates our guts already.
They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
Boo-hoo-hoo. All right. We're going to get to that in a second. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. So I'm going to go ahead and speak on this first. I didn't know nothing about this. I like when L throw these little tidbits in there, you know. I like when L throw these little stories in there.
Hold up, before you even go, show the other two videos, because it's going to show you actually what happened.
Also, they're related.
Yeah, the other two is going to give you a couple different views so you can see what she was crying about. And then let Burge get into it after that.
Okay, let's go. Smash that like up to the page. Oh no. You gotta be shitting me, man. You gotta be shitting me, man. Now, just in case y'all didn't see that, right? Just in case you didn't see that, all right? I know I did. Just in case y'all didn't see that, I'm gonna run it back.
Previously on Ready to Die.
Back.
Bro, you ain't got the screen playing. I don't know if you trying to show us.
Oh man, my fault, man. I apologize about that.
Yeah, I didn't know if you was watching because we ain't seen.
I was. I just didn't realize. I thought I had a plan, but it wasn't. Back. Hey, L, man. L, man. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, bro, that's wild.
Man, she just slapped shit out that bitch in the head with that damn thing, man.
Cracked her ass. Show the next video. The next one will show you the behind view from the back.
Oh my God, man. She's sitting here crying like somebody done did something to her.
At first was crazy. I thought she was the one that got hit. So when I watched the video, I was like, oh, this is the chick that got hit. And then they was like clowning, like, nah, this is the chick. The chick, oh shit. She wilding for that. How you crying?
This new angle shows exactly what happened. Take a look at this.
I can admit from the video it does look purposeful, but I know my intentions and I would never hit somebody on purpose.
I almost believed her until I saw this angle. This is a brand new angle that was just released. Let's see what happened. Here we go. Oh my God, that looked pretty bad. Let's look at it again.
Crazy.
Oh man, that looks so intentional, man. I don't know about you guys, but that to me,
that's an assault.
That's wild, B.
She straight clocked her ass.
That is wild, B.
Cracked her ass.
That's wild, man. Hold the fuck on, man. Did y'all just see that shit, man?
I ain't never seen no shit like that in track.
Y'all just see that shit?
I've been
She
watching
stood up there and cold cracked that bra.
Hey, y'all know them batons, they got that, they make that loud ass noise. Boing.
Oh my God, man.
No, that shit was loud as hell.
God damn, man. She cracked that bra straight in her noggin, Jack. Man, hold the fuck. Damn. That angle was crazy.
just released. Let's see what happened. Here we go.
Wow.
Oh my God, that looked pretty bad. Let's. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Oh.
Man, she cracked that bitch to fight me. You hear me, man?
Oh man.
Man.
Y'all gotta chill out here, man.
Hey, man. Listen here, man.
You got to chill.
Y'all gotta relax. You gotta relax, man. You can't be on the track doing shit like that, man.
Like everybody ain't watching you.
Y'all gotta relax, man. That's just wild right there, man. That's crazy right there. That's wild. Crack that bitch to the white meat. You hear me, man? I know that shit hurt.
Right, literally. She was really rocking about it.
I know it hurt it. I know it did.
Going full speed too?
Going full speed with that velocity.
Bro, and if y'all, I don't know if y'all ever in the track batons, bro, them shits is like really light. Yeah, and then like if it hit the ground, it's gonna make a loud sound like a tin can or something. So I know that shit echoed all through that shit.
TIA Jones set up the traps to ensure that Xavier Worthy's $16 million contract would be completely ruined. However, Worthy had the last laugh. After the Chiefs' rookie Worthy experienced the defeat in the Super Bowl, he was caught in an accusation controversy. He was arrested in Georgetown on March 7th on the charge of domestic violence. Subsequently, Worthy's fiancée Jones hinted on social media that she was the one who filed the accusation. The two had been engaged last year, so why did Worthy suddenly commit domestic violence? In fact, it was all a trap set by Jones in an attempt to get her fiance's $16 million. Because Jones was caught cheating by Worthy. As a national athlete, she had to safeguard her reputation. Out of desperation, she chose to accuse Worthy of committing domestic violence against her. But in reality, it was Jones who perpetrated the domestic violence. From the photos of Worthy when he was arrested, it can be seen that his face had been scratched by Jones, his hair had been pulled out, and she even smashed up a room. In addition, Jones also tried to extort money. Because once Worthy was convicted of domestic violence, he would face a prison sentence of 2 to 10 years. In that case, the $16 million contract that Worthy had just signed with the Chiefs would naturally be inherited by Jones. Fortunately, Jones didn't succeed. Worthy's lawyer declared that the case had been dismissed, and the surveillance video proved that Worthy didn't commit domestic violence. Everyone thought that it was Jones, who should be sent to prison.
Hey, that's a fact.
No one realized that the symbols on the masks of
This new angle shows that.
That's a fact.
Should definitely send her ass straight to the beat.
That's a fact.
Anytime y'all do false claims, when you go through a whole thing, like she's about to send this nigga up top just to extort some money. The nigga who she was supposedly supposed to marry. Getting a fight so bad that she pulled out the nigga's dread so bad that the nigga had to cut his hair off. And this nigga just won the Super Bowl not even about a month ago. So he can't even really enjoy his whole Super Bowl win. You know what I mean?
Right.
He dealing with this crazy broad who he thinking like he's supposed to be spending his whole life with.
This is supposed to be wifey.
And this chick then got to the point where she over here putting fake charges, and just because she got caught cheating. I hope y'all heard that right, because a lot of people would have skimmed over it and thought they heard he got caught cheating. No, she got caught cheating. So she knew.
What's her name?
I don't even know. They said it at the beginning, but she gets caught cheating, gets mad, starts fighting the nigga because she got caught, pulls the nigga hair out to the point this nigga got to cut his all dreads off. Y'all know it take cats like 8-10 years to even grow dreads. So he had to cut his hair off because it was so bad, they said, when she was pulling his hair out. And then she's like, well, shit, I know he gonna leave me because I got caught cheating, so I gotta look good for this, for the divorce attorneys or whatever it may be. What do? I'm gonna fake a domestic violence. Thin line between love and hate. Tie the motherfucking the orange in the motherfucking pantyhose and beat herself with it. You know what I mean? Or some shit like that. And
listen here, brother. Go ahead.
Luckily he had cameras.
Invest in a good surveillance system. If y'all can get into the paper, young brother, your athlete, sitting up there playing the NBA or the NFL, NHL, whatever it is, man. You know, invest in a good surveillance system. You won't regret it. Trust me.
It saved it basically saved him all the way. Because they about to take his ass up top. They was ready. I think they had already convicted him and everything. I had to go back.
They're about to tear the young brother out the frame.
Yep.
Right.
Because you know why? When whoever called the cops first in a domestic violence situation, normally the one who's going to get the leeway. And she's willing to send a nigga up for 8 to 10 years. They was talking, or however many they was talking about.
Free agency complete. Here are my 3 biggest winners and 3 biggest losers so far from free agency.
That's wild.
Starting with the winners at number 3, give me the Jets landing Justin Fields. Listen, half the quarterbacks hitting free agency have already played for this Jets roster, so I don't know who else they would have signed if they didn't get Justin Fields. I guess Russell Wilson. Other than that, I have no idea. So for them to get Justin Fields over Pittsburgh was a big win for them. At number 2, give me Patriots defensive coordinator Terrell Williams. The Patriots spent big on defensive free agency, getting Milton Williams and Tonga up the middle, Spillane at middle linebacker, Carlton Davis at corner, and they got Landry just before free agency hit as a pass rusher. These are all huge assets in terms of calling a defense, so this is a big win for him. At number 1, easily the biggest winner in my opinion is Caleb Williams. The Bears did not settle after trading for 2 guards. They went out and got the best center in free agency, Drew Dahlman, and completely redid all 3 interior offensive line positions, getting veteran guys, proven players who can block for Caleb Williams. He's going to have much better protection this season, I believe, and it's going to put him in a much better position to have success this year. Now, starting with our losers, at number 3, give me CJ Stroud. He loses his left tackle, Laramie Tunsil, who I do believe is a bit overrated, and I think a lot of people think he's better than he is. However, you still lost the starting left tackle. This offensive line had issues last year, and you're going to need to fix those for C.J. Stroud to have a bounce-back year, and so far they have not done that. My second biggest loser is the Dallas Cowboys. You cleared $55 million in cap space for what? I get it. You're going to have to sign Micah Parsons to a massive contract, which you should have paid him early and you would have saved a bunch of money. But they haven't signed a free agent worth over $6 million per year since 2015. That's a decade of not being aggressive in free agency. And again, Cowboys don't seem to really be aggressive at all. And at number one to me is clearly the Pittsburgh Steelers. They haven't done anything in free agency so far. They didn't go get Justin Fields or Sam Darnold. They lost out on both those guys. And I get it. They traded for DK Metcalf, who's a great player, but they should have traded for Geno Smith, who somehow was a cheaper as far as trade price goes, which is absolutely insane to me. And their quarterback situation is not looking good. So if you're a Steelers fan, get ready for another 9-8 season, barely above 500.
Man. Hey, man. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I ain't got too much. He pretty much, you know, he pretty much said it.
He broke it down, man. That was some of the winners and losers, you know, for the free agency that's been going on. It's been pretty fire. But like you said, that pretty much sums it up for the top three and the top, you know, the top three and the bottom three, you know.
Man, Dallas is terrible, man. It's crazy what happened out there in Dallas, man.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's a destination that people like to go play to. So it's like, how can't you make it right in Dallas? And they actually have a good market. They got an organization willing to pay money. I just don't get it. They just don't make the right moves. And when they do, I don't know, they just don't perform in the key pressure moments as well. So it also goes to coaching.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. But hey, man, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. We about to get to the next joint, man. Smash that like button. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You understand what I'm saying? Sharing and social engineering.
A much slower afternoon today in NFL free agency. So instead of recapping every single signing, I'm just going to give you my top 3 favorite signings of this afternoon. At number 3, give me punter Riley Dixon to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a 2-year, $6 million deal. Now you're going to say, why are you putting punters on this list? Who cares about punters? Punters win and lose ball games. Doesn't matter how much money you spend in free agency. If the fourth quarter comes around and the game's on the line and your punter has a 12-yard punt, giving the other team the ball at midfield, and all they need is a first down to kick a field goal, you're going to lose a football game because you didn't pay a punter an extra $1 million. Tampa Bay has struggled with punters mightily over the past couple of years. They get a significant upgrade in Riley Dixon. At number 2, give me Nick Westbrook-Nikini to the Dolphins on a 2-year, $6.5 million contract. You're going to say, who cares about Nick Westbrook-Nikini signing a $6.5 million deal with the Dolphins, barely getting paid any money? There's plenty of other receivers on the market. This is a perfect fit. This guy is super explosive. He had 9 touchdowns last year. That was ranked 9th in the NFL. You're telling me you can get a guy that scored 9 touchdowns? I get it. He only caught 32 balls for only $6.5 million. This is a great signing. It's a great fit because of how explosive and deep downfield threat he is. He adds speed to an already speedy offense, and I think Mike McDaniel is going to know how to use him. At number 1, give me Ty Johnson return to the Buffalo Bills on a 2-year, $5 million contract. You're probably going to say, who cares about a backup running back? But this dude was so vitally important to this offense this past season. He would come in to spill James Cook and was super explosive in the passing game. And when you have an explosive back in the passing game, you can change the outcome of games. And Josh Allen knows how to get him the ball. He's a great route runner, great in space, and you get him for just $5 million over the course of 2 years, so $2.5 million a year. Great value signing for the Buffalo Bills. You guys are probably going to say, who cares about these 3 signings? But listen, teams win and lose ball games by some of these lower-level signings and impact players that change and swing the outcome of games. And to me, these are 3 players that I think can have a vital impact on their teams next season.
Yeah, I know you threw that in there with the Bills in there, huh?
Oh man, Ty Johnson is a beast, man. He had a couple real breakout games last year. He was coming in the year behind Ray Davis and Cook. So he was a 3rd string running back, really, but he had like number 2 running back type potential, and he ended up becoming a real key for us down the end of the season. So, I really appreciate Ty Johnson, his contribution to what we had going on last year to the run game for sure, and the passing game, like Duke said. Can't wait to see him get back and do what he need to do. We signed Cook, so we got our running back, we got our quarterback, Josh Allen. Shout out to Josh Allen, one of the biggest contracts ever, and he's gonna get a chance to re-up here in a couple years, and just a 2-year extension. I like where we headed, man. We making the right moves, So that's what you do. You keep the players you need to keep, and move to the next level. I forgot to put my homie on here, Keon Coleman. He was on Carmelo's show. I'll put that for next week's show. But it's good to see him, such a young cat, to understand what it takes to be, great in the league. Like the way he talked. Next week, I'm gonna put some of those clips, but you could go check the Keon Coleman interview with Carmelo Anthony on the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast, which is one of my favorite joints. Him and Mero from, I don't know if y'all remember Day Seuss and Mero. But yeah, they got a great podcast over there. Melo, one of them guys who I think he really good because he give real honest critique. He don't hold back. And it just was a good back and forth conversation with them, really explaining how he felt about the season and what he understands about being a wide receiver. When you got to kind of not be the focal point per se, he's been used to being the focal point his whole life, from high school to college at Florida State. And he was becoming that of our offense before he got hurt this year. And then he talked about how he had to come back from injury and know that the roles of the team had changed and that he had to play within the role that he had to integrate himself back into. But at the end of the day, the one thing that he said that stood out to me was that he was like, hey, we was winning. So that's really what mattered. And that's what you want to hear from young guys that come into the league, rookies that understand the game. They don't have that ego to where they like, shit, like he said, I came into the game, I wanted to get 1,000 yards, I wanted to do all this, but when I got hurt, I had to think about what I could do to even be valuable for the team. And to me, those are the things you want to hear from your players, you know what I mean? Especially your rookies. So shout out to the Bills, shout out to everybody in free agency that did good. I'm looking forward to next season for sure. Can't wait.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Bills. Shout out to the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? What's the other team?
Bills, Dolphins, and Tampa Bay. They got him a nice punter.
Next season will be here before you know it, man. It's gonna be interesting.
Yep,
we about to get into some E.N.E real quick. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother King L. And me with these oldie but goodies and these new bangers as well. Smash that like a cook, subscribe page, all that. Talking about sharing something. Man, we're about to get straight to it, man. Knocky flip. Oh, hold on. This is off of what's tonight, right? What's this off of,
man? That's Nike football. That's off for 7 Days of Greatness.
Yeah. 7 Days of Great. Let's go.
I'll re-release that for y'all.
E.N.E. I always kept it real. Word to my brother Meek, this is how I feel. This is all my energy. Rolling down the Ave in the slide, trying to push up on the slide. Summertime 06, moving fast. The shaded didn't last, jealousy wasn't the bad. Only fully trust yourself, that was words from my dad. You never let yourself down. Fuck living with regrets. When they start watching steps, plot stains on your breath, turn they back on you. Jay and Kanye, never like that when the better was Honda Lay. Got a strong queen by my side, something like they will be build even if we leave, always a stay, never was stray. Only fans in the maze, nigga like me just having fun. Never was amazed, niggas geeked off apartments when it's castles that I made. Wizard of Bell, see the gold brick road that I paid. You just gotta walk, the foundation already laid. Put that shit on my mantle, nothing destination played. Part of my behavior, I don't mix with Vegas. Straight shots this way, nothing that you can shake up. Now I don't even see the movement, the result don't prove major. Nah, tell me. I always kept it real. Word to my dad, God, this is what I feel. The tight energy I'm on, sand between my toes. I would hate to be my vote, create monopolies. Need more than two will pass and go. If you can't peep the stroll that separates pins from hoes, I ain't make it though. That's just what Peter Pan was told. Nike flip flops. Told him next shit checks when I drop. Nike flip flops. Told him next shit checks when I drop. If not, the suckers born every day missing greatness. That last line alone to kill your whole fucking playlist. American Beauty, y'all been playing the air. There's puffs in every hood that'll help you make the bed. If you leak it, get caught open, they'll stuff you in the can. If you leak it, get caught open, they stuff you in the can. Used to be rows in this game, now it's 6'9". When you swerve off the road, gotta check your alignment. Completed my assignment, completed and refined it. Now they can't never mind it. The blueprint on how I designed it. Now you can ride and get rolled over. Better talk sober for shit that's scarier than October. The plot didn't work, now watch me flourish with my work. Nike flip flops, told the next shit checks when I drop. Nike flip flops, told the next shit checks when I drop. Feel like Pac in the whip, sitting extra shit. You hate me more when I'm gone, but now my greatness overlooked. Put the top back, top down. Tell me, do you feel that? In the end, niggas always want the real back. Never left, so I can't even say the real's back. You got no bump, I find the fault, so I don't feel that. Nike flip flops, show them next year checks when I drop. Nike flip flops, told them next year checks when I drop. Nike flip flops, told them next year checks when I drop. Nike flip flops, told them next year checks when I drop. Nike flip flops, told them next year checks when I drop. King.
Nike flip flops. I might have to motherfucking, you know what I'm talking about, man. Tox Beach was good. Monique Robinson was good. I might sit up here and have to do a little addition to this or something, man. You know? Smash that like button, y'all, man. This is my shit right here, man. I heard this song in a minute.
Yeah, I was listening to that.
To my brother King L's, man. Always coming with the, you know what I'm saying, coming with the fly songs, you know what I'm talking about. Nike flip flops, I don't know nothing about that, man.
Told them next year checks when I drop.
That's some E.N.E type shit, man. I'm into that type shit, man. Yeah, you already know. Monique said Stephen Ass Smith is an agent. We're gonna get to Stephen A. LeBron here shortly, man. Well, we're gonna get to it. Right. Will Vernon didn't sit up there and say it now, man.
Yeah. Stephen A. Smith is an agent, but I ain't talking Stephen A.
Yeah, man. You know, everybody got mixed feelings about Stephen A, man, but you know, it is what it is, man. Why was you out them colleges, boy?
Oh, shit. I was like, yeah, I seen the motherfucking abuse. That motherfucker shit. You goddamn, I had to get some of it too. Shit, I got some of that shit too. I was just, damn, Stack, why you talking all this shit? for the game and shit, all in the paper. Mike and the damn don't kind of feeling and read this shit.
What year was this?
95, 96.
Oh,
shit. That when that motherfucker had just coming back. Mike was just coming back from that baseball. Now he came in that motherfucking Philly and had like 38, 40. Damn. Some motherfuckers like he was hanging from the rafters and that motherfucker jumping out that motherfucker. It just came from and dunked that motherfucker. God damn, he came out the ceiling. This motherfucker, god damn, man. That shit is crazy, man. But yeah.
You ever seen somebody piss off Jordan?
Yes. Really? Yeah. Jared Stackhouse.
What?
Talked all that shit. I was like, yeah, I seen the motherfucker abuse. That motherfucker shit. You goddamn, I had to get some of it too. Shit, I got some of that shit too. I was just, damn, Stack, why you talking all this shit? For the game and shit, all in the paper. Mike and the damn don't kind of feeling and read this shit.
What year was this?
95, 96.
Oh,
shit. That when that motherfucker had just coming back. Mike was just coming back from that baseball. Now he came in that motherfucking Philly and had like 38, 40. Damn. Them motherfuckers. Some motherfuckers.
My nigga Mike came back after playing baseball for like what?
Yeah, Mike was out there, man.
That nigga came back and dropped 40 on their ass, man.
Yeah, Mike really came and did 55 on that, man. Mike, man, he is different, man. You know,
you don't understand L because they wasn't there, man.
Because you gotta think, man. Like, and it's the thing is,
you know, it is reams and reams of footage.
And they make the point. They make the point a lot, though, Birds. They say all the players nowadays are way more athletic. They have better trainers. They jump higher. So I'm thinking, like, all right. So you just said that. And you gotta think. You had this dude that was only 6'6". That it wasn't like even now. It ain't no little dudes league. Like most of these dudes are 6'8" and up. The dudes that y'all all like, it's only a couple niggas. Curry, Dame Dollars. It's only like about a handful of cats that's under 6'8" that y'all even like.
Right.
And it was like that back then. It was more of a center power forward league. So you got to think, this dude came in 6'6". They didn't think Mike was going to be like that. He didn't even get picked first. He ain't even the first. He ain't even
a first round pick.
Yeah, he ain't even a number 1 pick. He's a number 2 pick, y'all. For that reason.
What's old boy's name? Sam Bowie.
Sam Bowie. Most of y'all couldn't even name me who he played for. You know, the Blazers should have had Jordan. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
so just imagine that back in the day, Jordan went to the Blazers instead of the Bulls.
Yeah. He probably would have won quicker with the Blazers because they already had big men and they had a couple cracks that could have complimented Jordan early.
Right.
But you know, one thing I'll say is, man, you know, shout out to Vernon Maxwell, man. I love that he came out these past few years and he's been really active. He gives a good insight on the game from the 90s point of view, and they respect him. You could tell how much respect he gets from everybody. And he was a nut, man. What's crazy is, you know, me, I come up in the video game era, so I remember Vernon Maxwell. I remember watching him, and he would always get kicked out the game. See, the 90s when y'all could, you know, you can even smack somebody up and not get kicked out of the game. So for you to get kicked out of the game, you got to really violate the cap. You know what I mean? Or do it multiple times in the game. Like really violate. Like I've seen cats really get smacked, open hand smack in the basketball game. And it just be, you know, a little commotion. You separate everybody and get right back to it. If you smack somebody right now with an open hand, bro, you getting like 20 games, 30 games. They might fucking suspend you, depending on who you smack. If you smack somebody like LeBron, bro, you might not even get back in the league. You know what I mean?
You might
That's
be
how it
fired,
is,
man.
You
You might be fired.
Yeah. So it's different, man. It's different. It was different eras, and I don't, I'll put that in there. Like literally at work today, after it was a nice little discussion. The young cats, LeBron and the MJ, and I ain't even have to say that. They called on my help because they be doing trivia in the morning, and they always call on my help for basketball. So when they called me for the conversation, I kept it 100, man. I don't take nothing away from none of these cats, man. All these cats is great. The fact that we even, this is my thing, like, you don't have to diminish none of these great players. And that's the only thing I added on to the conversation was, you ain't got to diminish who MJ was playing against, just like I could diminish the cats that LeBron is playing against or Kobe is playing against. We could do that all day, but what's better is if you could have a real discussion and just talk about what your player did.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, what I mean?
I definitely agree with that.
That's really, if you got to go to shit like that, to me, you're using a crutch. Because me, I could give you a whole thing and I ain't got to talk about nobody. I could talk about MJ all day. And I could talk about, if I wanted to talk about Bron and somebody said something crazy and where he ranked, I could talk about Bron all day. I could talk about Kobe. I watched all these players. So I could tell you everything about all these players. And I like all these players. I love them really in a way as far as like the hoop game. You know what I mean? In the hoop game fashion. Like I said, as far as hoop, I love the way that these guys play the game. Like you got to respect the way that they play the game, the fierce, the competitiveness, the toughness. Like these guys to compete at the high level, the way that they did. I like all good players, man. But when we talk about the greats, it's no disrespect to no other greats. And you don't have to disrespect Jordan, or you don't have to disrespect LeBron, or you don't have to disrespect Kobe. None of their games to try to make a point on why you may feel that one of them is better than the other. Because when you start doing that and you start saying something bad, or now we can't even have a discussion because all these cats is great.
Now you get all personal and shit.
Yeah, bro. They start talking about all kind of shit. Ain't got nothing to do with basketball. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna check out this conversation. If you can't talk about the numbers, what they did, accomplishments, that's what I talk about. That's all I care about. What's your accomplishments? What's your numbers? How was your impact? How did you dominate? Like when it get to greatness, it's a lot of good players, man. We see a lot of good players, but when you talk about the greats, it's about 25 great, super great players that we can discuss. 10 of which I could understand where people could switch them up.
Right.
Because some people might, you have arguments where people say, hey, Larry Bird is their favorite small forward. Okay, well, let's discuss it. Why would you feel Larry Bird is over somebody like LeBron or KD? Well, Larry Bird dominated in a 10-year period and got 3 championships. He stuck with his team. He was very efficient. If we look at the PER compared to back then, if he'd have took the same kind of 3-pointers that they take now, Larry Bird probably be averaging like 35 in the league right now.
Damn, 35?
35 plus. If you go by PER and efficiency, how efficient he was, the amount of shots that they took back then, Bird would be averaging 35 plus easy in the way that the PER works.
Is it easy?
You look at somebody, think about it. So you look at Bird had like a Steph Curry type accuracy, but he was like Luka as far as how big he was. He could handle the ball. He played defense. He was 6'8". I mean, you couldn't block his shot. You hear the stories where they say Larry Bird was a type player that would tell you what he was going to do. Like, hey, he would tell them, hey, I'm going to the elbow right here. I'm shooting right over you right here. You know what? I'm gonna go to the other elbow and I'm gonna shoot it off the backboard this next time for you. And he was telling you, the defender, before he did that shit, and he would go do exactly what he told you he was gonna do. He was the only player they said that did that regularly. Like he would just be, and you just gotta think. Larry Bird wasn't the fastest. He wasn't athletic, as y'all would say.
Right.
But when you know, and this is what I had to explain to the young cats today. I said, you know, y'all talking about all these athletic dudes in the NBA. I give you that, but do they know they role? Do they know what they actually are the best at, what they're dominant at? How many of these dudes are really dominant in something? Very few. You got SGA, that's a dominant scorer. You got Drew Holiday, a dominant defender.
Right.
You got Luka's a dominant scorer. I would say Kyrie's one of the more skillful players that kind of does everything. You know, Bron is that too. KD. But it's very few of them cats that can score on all levels. 3-point, mid-range, getting to the basket, and just playing all levels of the game at a very high clip. So, you know, I think back then it was more, you knew your role. And that's why the NBA, to me, was better back then. The shooters were the shooters. The defenders were the defenders. You know, you had two-way players, you know, but the players knew what they was. They played that at a high, efficient level. So that's the, you know, I feel like when you look at errors, you got to look at it for what it is, man. And the dudes are saying how much more athletic. I said, but y'all ain't scoring more points. This era is not scoring more points than the old era. They was like, yes, it was, because y'all was like 90 points. I didn't know. There were some teams that could hold teams to 90 points, but they were scoring 120, 140, 150. They had games like that. The Showtime Lakers. You had the Milwaukee Bucks. You had, you know, a lot of teams that was putting up numbers. League average is the same as it was back then as it was now. They ain't doing nothing but shooting more threes and it's less physical. That's it. That's the change in the game now. They protect their assets more because, and I get it, y'all paying these cats a lot more money.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm not naive to also say why I don't get why the league has gotten soft. Yeah, the owners and, you know, they changed the rule up because now you got these cats at bottom line. You got the cats is the 40th and 50th, what, the last pick of the drive got a $7 million guaranteed contract. Back in the day, you was lucky. You could be a top 20 pick and probably only be getting 500,000 back in the 90s. 500,000, 300,000. Like, so, yeah, it's different now. It's bigger investments. It's more of a money game. So that's what it is, man. You know. But the NBA is my shit, man. As I'm over here watching this nigga Zion go fucking crazy right now.
This nigga going nuts right now, Paul.
Yeah, this nigga wild out here.
Who they playing?
The Clippers, so man. This nigga Zion just keep dunking on these niggas, man. Well, he ain't even dunking. He just he going to the basket.
Who they playing, L?
Los Angeles Clippers. They up 105-90 with 10 minutes to go on the fourth. And Zion is out here. I like what Zion, he looked like he in shape, man. He a lot smaller than he used to be, man.
They sit up there and tell him, boy, you're gonna lose it all. You don't get your big ass in shape. Why?
Yeah, leave them damn porno stars alone, man.
Yeah, man. Last year you was bugging, Zion, man. Leave the porn stars and the Instagram lives alone, man. Get you a nice, wholesome girl with her head on her shoulders, man, that's gonna jump on your goddamn program, Jack. Yeah. Stupid ass boy. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe. We're about to play this video with Stephen L. Let's go, man. This is It's crazy, man.
To see their face when I say this. Right now, Bronny James is averaging 0.3 points, 0.3 assists,
That sucks.
and 0.4 rebounds. You know what people are saying. You know what they're going to do to this kid. You know what these numbers mean. You know what it's going to do to your son, to people who are missing out on opportunities, that are busting their tail on other NBA teams in the G League, in Europe, and everywhere else, what kind of opportunity they're starving for. You're exposing your son like this? I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any way. I'm simply saying to have that moment on game one of the NBA season is one thing. To propel it to a point where he's on the bench, he's in uniform, he's taking up a roster spot, and now you're giving him time in the first quarter, and you see the absence of production. How are you helping him? That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Quite honest with you, to be in that moment, to have LeBron look at me the way that he did, for me to be a father of two daughters, for me to know what fathers, how much love fathers have for their children, and to hear what he had to say, it was all about his son. It was almost as if he was saying, you know, you and I, because he and I don't necessarily vibe, it's high and by, we keep it moving. Neither of us lose sleep over it. And it's been that way for years. But it was like he was saying, keep that between me and you. Almost as if he was thinking that anything that I said about Bronny was a result of him. And in that situation, again, I wasn't talking about Bronny. I was really, really talking about him because of the position that Bronny was in. But I really understood where he was coming from. He was very, very upset. I could tell. He could have called me. I'd have came to see him. I'd have had a conversation with him. He could have been just as upset face-to-face, man-to-man, as opposed to being courtside at the game. I had no idea that everybody saw it until I woke up this morning, but it is what it is. In the end, like I said, you know, I as a father, I get it. I'm not offended. I'm not insulted. I don't have any animosity or animus towards LeBron James for this. Nothing like that. I don't think he cares, but neither do I. I'm just stating fact. None of that exists. If I was in his position, I can't definitively say I would not have done the same thing. Yeah. I'm not blaming him one bit. I get it. I understand it. And there's a part of me that aches and hurts because of it. But unlike a whole bunch of people with their podcasts and beyond that talk about the NBA, I covered the NBA. And it's my job to talk about the subjects and the subject matters that matter. I work for ESPN. I'm here. We have the #1 morning show for the last 13 years and counting. God has blessed us with that. There's a lot that's going on, and there's a lot of stories that are there to be told.
I had to flex on y'all one time.
I just feel it's necessary to remind people, Molly, I was raised as a journalist. Let's be very, very clear about what that means. I'm not one of those that get into people's private affairs. But what you do on a public platform for public consumption, that's what I cover. That's what I do for a living. And if you're in the NBA, that applies to you. I don't want enemies. I live a very good life. I like to make people laugh and smile and have a good time and all of that other stuff. But I also get paid to call it like I see it. And what I said at the time, I stand by what I said. It wasn't even any reporting. The facts were out there. And what I was saying about LeBron is fact-based because of what he said and the things that he said leading up to his son getting drafted and ultimately being in the NBA on the same team as him, as opposed to being a Boston Celtic or a Golden State Warrior. There is no way around that. And when you are born and raised as a journalist, not born and raised, but when you're raised as a journalist professionally, you don't want enemies, but you ain't paid to make friends. You got to call it like you see it. And that's what I did. So again, in closing, I just want to say, I'm not upset. I don't care. I wish that it wasn't in that kind of atmosphere.
This nigga Stephen A. Smith, man. OG, what's happening, man?
OG, what's good? What's good?
This nigga Stephen A. Smith, man. What was you doing at them colleges, man? And at them high schools, man? You did. Nah, but for once, I'm kind of like on Stephen A. side a little bit, just a little bit, though. All right. Pause, please. Because I think what LeBron did was some sucker shit, personally. Because like Stephen A. Smith said, that's something you could have called me about, text me about, DM me about, email me about. You know, we ain't we're not cool or nothing, whatever, right? But mutual respect, mutual respect to some extent. But for LeBron to pull tight on Stephen A. Smith like that just was some sucker shit, man. Flat out. I mean, I understand all the people talk about this with dad and son. No, man. It'd be different if it's Little League and the coach is grown and talking to his son crazy. No, Bronny is an adult. He's in the NBA. Which means he is up for the same amount of scrutiny as anybody else in the NBA by these people who never even played the game or didn't play to any type of level, but get paid to talk about it, like Stephen A. Smith. It is what it is, man. That's what y'all signed up for. Y'all go to the NBA. But for LeBron to pull tight with him like that at the game, courtside, that's wow. Like, what would you expect? What if Stephen A. would have said, "Fuck you, you bitch ass nigga, and your whole ass son"? What if you would have said that, LeBron? What you gonna do?
Nothing.
And I didn't even have to say it.
I forget who was saying that. He said he should have punched LeBron.
Fired on that nigga.
He said he should have punched his ass right in the fucking face.
On that nigga, right?
And he was like,
he should have straight teed off on that nigga LeBron. Fire.
No. You know what? I ain't even gonna say that. I just was just bringing that up because the homie did.
That would have been funny as hell.
It's funny, but yeah, nah, man. I always think it's a time and place, and we talk about a lot of shit. My people, man, we celebrate a lot of wrong shit, right?
Right.
I heard a lot, and I get it. Look, father, son, all this. I get that. Trust me, I get it. But when you're doing it and your son's in the NBA, that's different, though, man. You talking about you got a son that's in high school or middle school or elementary that you talking about, you comparing your situation to the first father-son NBA duo. It's not the same, my guy. It's not
the same, my guy.
It's not. The way that you feel, the way that you might get up in the face of the people and all this at your son's basketball game and
right.
Elementary, middle, and high school, and you yell and you say all that shit. You're not doing that in the NBA. Even Ja Morant, T. Morant, he don't even get up in the coach's face when the coach or whoever say whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Him and Shannon Sharp got into that shit. That was it. And honestly, that was some shit that was more between them than like something like this. Because something like this, it's fucked up. But, let's just be 100. Like, all right, Ja Morant, he's not giving his position. So T. Morant has more of say to run up on a media person than Bron does. You know what I mean? Because Ja is a star in the league. And the reason that his dad was wrong too. Because he ran up because Shannon Sharp said, homie tripping, man. Your son out here, he out here wilding out. This nigga out here doing silly shit that fuck around getting kicked out the league, and he's a great player and he's really a good kid. So he's out here fronting and faking because John ain't really like that. He just a kid that's caught up in this new social media era type shit. You know what I mean?
Everybody's a thug, everybody's a gangster.
Yeah, we know see, the thing is, we know the difference between the real niggas who was like Zach Randolphs and Rasheed Wallace and Steven Jackson. Like, we know the difference between them type dudes and a Ja Morant. Ja Morant is an AAU kid. We all know the AAU dude that just hooped all day, every day, went to every tournament. He was hooping all day. He wasn't out in the street. Now, he had ties maybe to the street because he knows all the niggas in the streets. But he ain't no street nigga. You know what I mean? He's a nigga who was just around all the niggas, who knew all the niggas. But he was hooping. he was in the gym when he got out of school. He wasn't trapped. You know what I mean? Trust and believe. So, you know, those situations don't even compare, man. I feel like when you a pops, your son in the NBA, and I feel like it was a rollout, man, because if y'all remember, the week before that, Bron even put out the statement where he had his disdain for the NBA or the commentators in the NBA, how he didn't like how they focus on the negative and they say all this. So he was trying to already push the narrative and justify himself before this happened. And see me, I peep all that shit. So I seen how he did that 2-3 days before the situation. So he was already trying to soften the blow by talking about and having an interview, which Bron don't really talk too much about that type shit, but he was like basically putting it out there, his pushback on the media for them covering negativity. So he was kind of rolling this out. And I don't like, you know what I mean? Bron is a dude that we know got more pull than anybody in the NBA right now when it comes to all that shit. He definitely could have called Stephen A. I get that's your son, but at the end of the day, your son is in the NBA, 20 years old. He out here hooping with these niggas. Like, bro, it is what it is. Once you step into
Bronny ain't above criticism. He ain't beyond reproach, nigga.
No. What I will say is, I do agree on certain levels where these cats normally they don't criticize 55th picks.
Right.
So I will say that it's not normal, but also it's not a normal situation. Because I get the pushback on that. Oh, well, we don't talk about the old, you know what I mean? No, we don't. We don't talk about 55th picks. No, we don't discuss G League cats and we don't bring in G League numbers. We never did this before. But we also, this is the first time we had a dude that got to come into the league on, you know, his dad, and his dad put the target on his back that we have to call. It's fucked up because Bron is so great that he kind of sometimes puts his people in these positions. Bronny ain't put himself in this position. What's crazy is Bronny is the one. I ain't even heard Bronny do an interview. I ain't heard Bronny say shit. Bronny actually just goes out there to hoop. Bronny actually does what you would actually ask your son to do. Just work. Just do your thing. Don't talk. Don't say nothing crazy. Bronny is actually a great kid. He, I can see he's a hard worker. It's Bron to be saying shit that puts the target on his son back. They bring out that old tweet where he was like, I'm sitting here watching League Pass and I know my son better than some of these cats out here laughing and shit like that. So you already put the target on your son's back when he was a freshman.
And tweets and shit.
Yeah, so you put the energy out there
Yeah, man.
And then you get mad when you put the microscope. Your son didn't put it on himself.
Right.
He just wanted a hoop. It was already going to be on him because of who you are. We was already going to have extra eyes on him. So now you putting the extra sauce on it and talking about how he better than certain players. So now when you say that, he got to go out there and prove it. Now he got to prove what you said.
What you said, not what he said, or even showed. Not what he even showed. He even showed us.
He ain't showing none of that. But whatever you might have seen, it like the one homie said, whatever you seen in your private one-on-one workouts at home made you say something like that. And now you got to think as a competitor. If I'm in the NBA, bro, and I know me as a rec league competitor, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm a rec league competitor. If I hear a nigga talking shit prior to the game, I'm gonna take it more personal. And we gonna see when we get on that court. So I'm pretty sure that's how these G League, NBA cats is looking at it too. Like, oh, this Bron, I'm like, you're gonna lace your sneaks up just a little bit tighter because you're going against LeBron, son. If I drop 40 points a night against Bronny, nigga, hey man, I'm gonna be front page news, nigga. You know what I mean? And that's real. That's how y'all don't understand, man. That's how it be, man. When you play against people, you be competitive in these sports. So Bron put the extra target, like, oh, and I heard what Bron said. Oh, he better than who? Nigga, all right, we gonna see.
Better than who?
We gonna see, nigga. Like, hey, he said he better than who? Like the NBA nigga. So think about it. So the G League niggas is thinking like that, but think about when Bronny gets on that NBA floor, he's facing his demons and his pop's words. So I just think that Bron just chill out, man, because even this situation puts more heat on Bronny. It don't put no. Bron is already a fucking legend, man. Bron don't need to do this shit, man. Bron is a legend. He's putting heat on the ceiling because you know what? Bronny been cool. The shit died down. We ain't heard about Bronny in a long time. He he had a couple good leagues in the G League I saw, but we don't pay attention to G League. But I'm gonna keep it 100. We have heard a couple little things and he died down, but then this situation puts Bronny right back in the fucking headline. Puts him right back in the head. Here we are talking about Bronny again, and he don't deserve that shit. And it's not. And people could say because they hate, because they don't like Stephen A. Oh, Stephen, it's not Stephen. This ain't Stephen A.'s fault.
It definitely is.
Stephen A. is getting criticized for doing what the fuck he gets paid. Well, this is another thing. Matter of fact, I want to celebrate Stephen A. Man. Stephen A. just got the biggest media contract, $100 million. For one, let's put some respect on Stephen A. Man, the biggest media contract. Stephen A. Smith, $100 million. Guaranteed. Instead of Bron running up on him, he literally ran up on him the day that he heard he got $100 million. I know Verge is real big in these rituals and all this stuff.
Hey, hold on real quick though, man. You got to stop right quick.
Yeah. Am I speeding too fast? Am I driving?
Nah, you ain't speeding too fast, but it's crazy because.
Am I connecting too many dots?
You good, brother. You good. I'm just crazy. This nigga gonna sit here and say that shit, man. Right? I just had a feeling that's where he was about to say. I don't know where he was about to say, but I just had a feeling he was about to say what he just said right there, man. But that's what's up. That's my brother though. Like this, it is what it is, man. Finish what you were saying though, bro.
But you get what I'm saying though, because I'm like,
right.
We should be celebrating. It was crazy. Ain't nobody had no headline celebrating Stephen A. or none of this shit. He should, like, honestly, we should have started the show off with celebrating Stephen A. I'm kind of mad that I didn't, and I'm just thinking because I'm talking about it. But at the same time, Stephen A., bro, he's a black person in the media that literally got the biggest contract, and here we are getting it destroyed by a headline because of him doing his job.
They sign up for that shit, man.
So shout out to Stephen A. I just want to say, hey, I do rock with you. I ain't gonna say I agree with everything anybody says in the sports media, but I will say I have seen you grow. I watched you from the beginning. I seen how you changed the whole media landscape and the way we report sports, and we watch it, consume it. I see the creativeness that you brought to the game. You've made it more animated to where everybody now is animated. It kind of started with Stuart Scott, but you kind of revolutionized it and took it to the next level. So I give you all that credit, and just got to celebrate the triple-digit contract, first one in sports media, and that's dope. I don't even know. I don't even know if it's a media person making over 100 million. So he might be the number one media person. 100 million. He getting NBA numbers, man. He getting more than a lot of your favorite NBA players. 100 million.
Another topic for another day, man. That's all I'm gonna say, y'all. Another topic for another day. Tonight is E.N.E Sports. Get in. Smash that like button, click on the bell. Subscribe to the page, man. Stephen A. Smith, man, that's a lot of money, man. You know. And Stephen A. Smith ain't no damn journalist, man. Oh, non-journalist ass nigga, Mike. But shout out to Stephen A. Smith, though, man. You know, them boys got to do a lot of things to be getting them type contracts, man. You gotta understand the type of people you be around when you making money like that, man. You understand what I'm saying, y'all, man? You might find that you don't want to make $100 million. You really don't need $100 million unless you want to like do like great things, super great things with it, like basically take care of other people. You know, you're looking at all these people, and that's what they be doing. They be saying, you know, the 230 million, 36 million, 178 million. Crazy. Like, you really don't need all that money for real. That's a lot of money. What you gonna do with $178 million?
Just man, where they out here, man. Josh Allen, he got 200 plus million. Yeah, you right, Virgil. It's a lot of money.
I'm talking about
a lot of money. Sports game, man.
Shout out to them brothers, man. You know what I'm saying, for being able to, you know, do what they do. But you know that shit come with a price. Just understand that.
They talking about Stephen A. talking about one day possibly trying to run for president or something. Wow, huh?
Hold on, what? Yeah. Say that again.
That's what's been coming out. Is that, you know,
Stephen A. Smith running for
possibly one day running for president.
Stop.
That's why I think that they said that's why he's starting to try to get more into politics right now.
Oh yeah, he's trying to switch this. He's trying to switch the demo up. Stephen A. Stop.
Yeah, they said the $100 million contract comes with him having the ability to incorporate more politics.
Now, listen here, y'all, and I've spoken this before, man. I keep telling y'all they're going to use the lamestream media to destroy the lamestream media. Why do we need politics mixed in with our sports? Why?
No.
Why?
I don't like it.
The question y'all should be asking is why? How do we, as sports admirers, I ain't going to say fans, admirers, you know what I'm saying, avid admirers for years and years, how do we benefit from politics being discussed within our sports? Now, the question after that should be, is it our sports or is it their sports?
But I think, Verge, that's what also ties back into the original topic here, is that some people feel exactly how you feel, and I think that's why some people had an issue with Bronny being able to play in the league and getting to play, and it kind of rewinds back to that, where people were saying, "Well, Bronny's marketable. You could sell jerseys. You know, you okay? So where does the fine line come between a spectacle or actual talent that would help you actually win games? Like, so where do we draw the line between the show or where does that line up at? And that's where I think the line in the sand is between the people who just want to see the best of the best on every field, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, hockey, whatever it may be. But then some people say, well, you could sell some jerseys and you could, have a show and put a couple more fans in the seats. We'll bring you in, but what's the movie Tropic Thunder with Will Ferrell and Andre 3000? So when do we go to like talent, or is it Tropic Thunder, or is it talent? Are we? You know what I mean? So that's why I think some people have an issue with it, and then some people say, well, it's his father. What would you do if you had a son? You know what? I kind of would take the path that we seen other fathers take, like Dale Curry, Steph had to be great on his own. Klay Thompson had to be great on his own. Joe Bryant, Kobe Bryant had to be great on his own. All these players had NBA fathers, and yeah, we knew they had NBA fathers, and they could have been vocal and all that, but at the same time, they let their sons do what the fuck they had to do to get to where they got to, and you had to prove yourself.
Produce too.
Yeah, you had to prove yourself.
To my brother Dean Bryant, man, that's crap. I be tripping off when I think about my brother Kobe, man.
So that's all I want to say about that.
To my brother Kobe Dean Bryant, man. Ain't it crazy that Kobe gone, man?
It don't be feeling real sometimes, bro.
I be thinking sometimes like, damn, my nigga Kobe is really gone. That's wild, man.
I always say, man, it's messed up because
that's crazy. Rest in the essence to Kobe and to Gianna.
Yeah, man. Rest in the essence of Kobe, man.
Everybody else was on the helicopter.
It's one of my favorite personalities ever. Not even just basketball players, just
Kobe, man.
When you look at people, he just seemed like he was a person that was different. He was definitely different. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I get why he was the way he was. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Kobe, man.
Definitely big shouts out to Dean Bryant, man. One of the best to ever do it, if not the best to ever do it.
Yep. D Wade was talking about when he had the moment where
you got the angles for this one. Pause.
Which one?
The Stephen A. Smith LeBron joint.
Oh yeah, you could one of them you could skip past that one. That was just the original. Yeah, I mean Brown was up on him, man. Brown got chillin', man.
So LeBron just saying though, LeBron some real shit though. LeBron though, I think if you happen to hear this. So everybody say something scrutinizing your son, what you gonna pull title on him like that?
No, because he ain't rolling up on Shaq.
He ain't pull title on Shaq. He ain't pull title on KG, Kenyon Martin. All these niggas have just been harshly, severely critiquing, I dare say, bashing Bronny.
Yeah, he ain't running up on none of them cats.
Like, come on.
But you know what? And it ain't even about that. It's just some things that shouldn't even be done. You know? That's what it comes down to.
It was very uncouth.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna try to test his gates or no shit like that. I don't know where LeBron's head is at, but I just feel like that wasn't a cool move. Like that's just
pause.
And it wouldn't have been whether Bron or anybody else. It could have been Melo or Anybody, Gilbert, anybody that got a son that might go to the league here soon, I would have said the same thing, man. You just, it's different ways to handle it. You know what I mean? We talked about when T did it with Shannon Sharp and how lame it was for T to even do what he did.
Right.
We talked about that on the show, so you can't even act like we trying to like be biased on no way. Like we said T was wrong for what he did. And we did a whole segment just like we doing on this. Like we did that when he was wilding out on Shannon Sharp. And I'm like, man, you gotta chill out, bro. Your son
Jefferson,
and your son was fucking up.
So you got a lot. Yeah,
this nigga was wilding, bro. You out here, yeah. Shout out to both of them, man. Shout out to Brian, man. 40 plus out here doing phenomenal things.
Right.
Shout out to Stephen A. $100 million contract. Instead of this being the headlines, the headlines should be these guys are doing great things at their respective older ages, showing you that you can level up when you're 40 plus. You know what I mean? If anything, that's what I would take from this situation from both of them. I look at the good. You know, Brown 40 plus, he out here balling the fuck out. One of the top 10, top 5 players in the league. And Stephen A just shows you being 40 plus, you can still be the best in your respective field. So shout out to both of them, man.
I gotta say that myself too, man. You know, I will say this though about Stephen A. though, man. You feel me? $100 million, man. That's a lot of money, man. I thought about $100 million, $100 million, $100 million. Then I come from the ghetto. Then I come from the ghetto. Nigga, to throw your hood. Y'all remember that song?
Moolah. Moolah, baby.
Just ask yourself, what you got to do to earn $100 million?
So talk sports, bro. We out here talking sports. And now they want him to sprinkle a little bit of politics into it. Hey, man, the political, you know what, man? The political game is the next game, man. See, y'all should see how it shifted when it's crazy, you know, as much as people hate Donald Trump is showing a new way into how you use politics to get to where you're at. And when you look at, you gotta go back, remember the old movies like Bullworth, you know what I mean, with Halle Berry, where it's kind of giving you Bullworth, where they, you know, was just using different kind of tactics and going to the hood and just doing different shit to try to get people elected or whatever, whatnot. Yeah, man, it's a different political sphere right now and climate, the way that you market yourself. Because you look at the way that, I remember I told the homies when Trump was running, I was like,
hey, commoditize politics.
I gotta go upstairs, y'all. I'll be right back.
They commoditize politics, how they doing sports. That's why they're merging the two together. Did y'all hear what I said? They want to commoditize journalism, right? They want to commoditize goddamn politics, like how they do basketball and football. You understand what I'm saying? In every way too. And they want to charge us for it. You did. While using both platforms to manipulate our perception of reality. You did. And also at the same time, getting these agendas off to us. You did. Now think about a weird, not a weird, but think about this concept right here. Bronny is the son of LeBron, who plays for the LA Lakers, right? the LA Lakers have an owner, right? LeBron is a player on the team. I don't know if he got ownership in the Lakers or not, if that's an option for him. But I think I'm gonna do a show coming up, man. That's going. You dig, man? Did I do a show on this before? I think I have. I don't know, man. I might have to revisit it if I didn't. I did it. It's a new one if I did it again, whatever, right? But NBA, NFL, even the NHL, MLB, MLS, all these sports, man, that's the new slavery, man. He said, I'm a dummy on sports. I was just going to take away some. I know that's right, Monique, but that's all you need to do. Just make nachos and wings. You did? Yeah, man. You got the big buck who done had his son, playing for Massa and them, man. You did? They got to go to the draft. You did? Bronny ain't get drafted, though. He's got hired straight on. He got hired straight on. Hey, Els. Put 11 in the chat if you agree that Bronny didn't get drafted. He just got hired straight on. Like, damn, my pops is in the building and I'm in there like swimwear. He ain't have to do no interview or nothing, man. Hey, man, but that's nepotism for you, though, right? You know? It's just like you work at a family-owned business or a very successful company, and then the dude who owned the company got a son in there. You feel me? He probably ain't nowhere near as qualified as you, but he in there. You feel me? Simply because he's the owner's son, right? And the worst part about it is LeBron ain't none of no owner, nothing. You know, I don't know. I think it's a bad thing, and I ain't gonna say in its entirety, but I see the bad aspects of the situation, man. Bronny's just not ready to be in the league yet. I don't even think he's ready for the G League. He should have stayed in college. Well, at least one more year. Maybe into the draft in his junior year of college. You know, he could have showed that he can really play at a high level. Bronny ain't really proven how he can play at a high level pre-NBA. Now put a number 11 in the chat if you agree with that. Has Bronny played at a high level or shown that he can play at a high level consistently pre-NBA?
And really, that's all it comes down to. Like, let's be honest. Bro.
Put 11 in the chat if he has. Put a 12 in the chat if he has not.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Bronny get in here, he produced, and I think Bronny, you know, he just gotta work, man. That's all it is, man. Like you can't force it. And I think Bron, you can't force it. You know, yeah, you want to get to play with your son, I get that, but it can't be forced. And when you force it the way it was forced, you can't get mad at people criticizing. That's my whole thing. Yes, it's your son, but you can't get mad when you force a situation at hand. You know? Bron gotta chill out.
Why don't you get Bryce up in there, man?
I think Bron can still play until Bryce get there.
Nah, Bronny just need to get you know. She said, doesn't Bronny have to mature first? Bronny's still like a little ass boy out there, man. He probably still live at home, man. He ain't got his own pad in that, man, you know.
And
Shout out to Bronny though, man. You know, we already seen enough of this Stephen A. Smith stuff, man. Hey, man, listen here, man. It is what it is, man. For real, Brown, some real shit, but also some sucker shit, right? I don't call it no other way, man. That's some sucker shit, man. Flat out. For many reasons, too. Right? You hear me?
Yeah.
For many reasons. I said for many reasons, it was some sucker shit.
But, you know, I get why Brian did it. And we know why he did it. So you can't get mad when you get caught up. You know? You got to roll with the punches, bro. You gotta roll with the punches, bro. Like you know what you did. You know this is a lack of accountability. You know, gotta be accountable for your actions too, man. You put a lot of that headline stuff on Bronny, man. Bronny ain't asked for none of this. Yeah, all the Bronny interviews I've seen.
Ain't like we see Bronny on his Instagram or his Facebook or his YouTube. He got a YouTube popping. He's just popping other shit like that nigga like father like shit. You know what I'm talking about? He wasn't that bad. He was playing the cut. You feel me though, L? Like,
yeah.
He playing back cut, like kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
Like I can play basketball. I like to play basketball, but you know, like I'm not like trying to be in the league.
Yeah, man. Bronny could actually be popping a lot of shit out here, and he don't give you that energy. He seemed like a very good kid.
He do seem like a good kid. I will say, I know, and I gotta agree with L. Bronny seemed like he's a good kid. Like he would make the right decisions in a sticky situation.
Yeah, he just
like,
wants to hoop.
Niggas that get caught up with a batch.
Right. He just want to hoop, man. He just want to hoop and have a good time. He been making millions of dollars since he was in high school off of the NIL deals. He's already a millionaire. It ain't like he needs the money himself. Like he already has his own money. He don't even need Brown's money. Like he been making $5+ million since he was damn near a junior in high school, y'all. He been getting bread. Little niggas, he's paid up. He's not hurting for no money or nothing. He ain't got to go to Brown and ask Brown for shit. He ain't had to in a long time. So yeah, I get we not gonna separate him from Brown. I get that, but also he ain't out here relying on LeBron himself, man. He trying to be his own self, but I think Brown is not making that easy. He's making it a harder transition than Bronny is. You get what I'm saying, Verge?
Are you saying that Bron wants Bronny to play in the NBA more than Bronny wants to play in the NBA?
That could be, that could be true. I feel like that could very well be more true than anything. I feel like Bronny. Yeah, Bronny got he got the juice to where he could do whatever the fuck he wanted. If he wanted to just sit and stream video games all day, he could make millions of dollars doing that.
He seems like the type, man.
Yeah.
He seems like the type, I gotta say that. And I'm not knocking that. Listen, if I could sit here and get paid millions of dollars and endorsement shit to play video games, trust me, I would do
it. Right.
I'm just not in video games like that. And it probably won't be entertaining to watch me play because I'm just not.
Yeah. I can see Bronny, when he get finished with all this shit, I can see him doing some shit like that.
He seemed like the type, I gotta say that.
I can see him when he walk away from all this NBA and all this getting out his dad's limelight. I can see him getting some shit popping and doing something like that. Yeah. Now I can see Bryce actually, you know, being the cat that really want to play in the NBA. You know, I could see him being more like a kid that wants to play more. And that's just because of the way I've been watching some of his little high school games and shit like that. Like, you know, and Bryce is on a really good team. He's not the best player on his team either.
Nah, Bryce, that's the cold part about it. Bryce is good, but he ain't even the best on his team.
Yeah. Now he has potential because he is taller than Bronny. He's going to be probably the same height as his dad. So he actually is going to get the LeBron genes more. But yeah, you know, man, shout out to the whole James family, man. They talented. Brown got very smart, respectable kids that ain't out here causing no ruckus out here like a lot of these millionaire kids be doing. They actually got good heads on their shoulders. And you know, I wish them many success to all of them, you know, whatever they do, you know. But LeBron also got to let them dudes be men when they enter men realms.
That's a fact.
So that's the only thing I would say is, you know, if your son's in the NBA, like when I went through some shit at work, my pops wasn't coming up to my job saying no shit to my manager, no shit.
Hey, man, you talked about stuff like that, man.
When I got fired, nigga. I had to go home, tell my pops, I got fired. All right, well, shit, you know what I mean? He's talking shit about you, huh? We're gonna laugh about it, and we're gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? What's the next move? That's it. You know, Brian's job is to give fatherly advice to his son, not to other grown men. Your job ain't to give fatherly advice to Stephen A. Man, Stephen A. is a grown man, and he's doing his job. Like, what the fuck do you want? And the one dude, I heard somebody else make a good point because they was like, so what kind of message does this send to like a young reporter?
Right.
It's just coming up in the game because now he might be a beat writer for the Lakers, and he like, all right, now he feel like, oh, I can't even say nothing about Bronny.
Well, Ron pulls high on me. I don't know if he's gonna fire me or not.
Yeah, exactly. So what kind of precedents does this also set to people who make their living off of this?
Right.
Is Bron now saying that because you're a sports kid, now you can't talk about, because you got a lot of players' sons that's about to come into the league. You got Dwayne Wade,
man.
Carmelo, Gilbert Arenas, Swaggy P, all these cats' sons is now about to come into the league. Kenyon Martin's son playing in the league. You got all these new age. So now we can't talk about none of these players because they dads was NBA players.
Crazy. Slippery slope, man. Slippery slope.
Brian also didn't make a good look for the NBA cats in this. You know what I mean? It was just a lot.
Right. It wasn't a good look, man. I gotta say that. It was terrible. Very disappointed in LeBron, very, very much so. It just something didn't seem right about it. But I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that all. LeBron been to show me who he is. And LeBron knows exactly what's going on to those who have an ear that hear what I'm saying. LeBron knows what's going on, man. And he also know that I'm gonna just say the jig is up. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Brian, hey, he can get better. You know, of course he can. Practice. He got the you know what I'm saying, the basic equipment, you know what I'm saying, skill sets, you know what I mean, to play on a professional level, man, but now it's just not the time.
Right. Because you can get somebody the position, but they gotta fucking work the, you know what I mean? I can get you in the door, but it's up to you to maintain your position, right?
Right.
Like, that's how it's always been. Even when I got my homies job where I was at, look, I get you in the door, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna produce and do what you do. And try not to make me look bad if you can. You know? Because that's why I don't like to do that and get people jobs with my job. Shit, nigga. Niggas be doing some bozo shit, bro. I done had niggas do some crazy shit, and I'd be like, what? Not my home? Well, you can't believe it. No.
Right. That's a fact.
I'm cool on that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind getting homies jobs, but then I'd be like, you didn't gotta say, you know me. Like, you know what I mean? I get you in the door right off the bat. But yeah, man. That's why people be, if y'all don't even know, that's why people be, think about how people be stingy with their references, let alone Brian and his son. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Niggas be stingy with personal references out here in these streets, bro. Some of y'all can't even get references from all y'all's homies. Y'all don't even know that, huh? And that's what I'm saying. And here it is, Brown running up on a nigga doing his motherfucking job. Oh, wow.
Yeah, cousin, man. Yeah, smash that like button, click on the subscribe to page, share, so then we're about to get into this track, Lost in the Memories. Let's go, my brother King L, and let's go.
From the OG to the QP to the LP. It ain't nothing none of these lanes can tell me. In the basement, I'm busting down the whole bill. Before the hustle rap, it's gonna go to wholesale. Toast to the hustlers. Toast to the hustlers. Celebrate the low just as we celebrate the highs. When we love them every moment, see it through the hustler's eyes. Then a Puerto Rican that bitch like Mark Stroman. Light a flame, holding a candle, they all rolling. Straight fully doing my thing like Eric Coleman. Some flash, all of my watches shine a moment. So big, who spit? You ain't touching this. All six flipping the script, and they loving it. Don't believe it's smoke in the air as we discussing this. Truck cord in a machine, straight crush shit. Tired all my old bucks like John Cooper. Making mad movies, some niggas is making bloopers. Little truck a lot, 2 seaters, cold as the Coopers. Lord cookies, paint job color with future. New dudes, gotta confuse. What's your playlist? Lying if you back with my boys, I'm your favorite. Yeah, toast to the hustlers. Celebrate the rise of those that know to the G, to the LB. It ain't nothing
to tell me I'm in the basement. I'm busting down the whole bell. Before the hustle rap, it's gonna go to wholesale.
Toast to the hustlers. Toast to the hustlers. Celebrate the low just as we celebrate the highs. Every moment, see it through the hustler's eyes. Matrimony got us praying over work. Respect the Lord till the day I'm in the dirt. First days, it's some days I can't say up in the verse. Just so far some niggas that you want backseat of the hearse. Wrap the plastic round it, imitate grams out. Plus the hustle can't get until every grams out. You ain't fly past more than 9, nigga, you lie. In the file, we you lie. Look at how we spy. The law, city switch, for the world ties. When you think I'm out of it, you ain't doing on the fly. My last thing to read, at the time when I was counting money, that's coincidental. I was tired of my last time, that's a bad sign. Even the last time when I walked the past time, before Blake, I said niggas jump over bars like testify. So when it comes to your boss, I don't respect the line. I'm electrifying. You can't question the line. Never test the time. E.N.E the best to find. After that, ain't too much to say on this. Fuck a critic, they ain't with it, so they shouldn't never say shit. Can.
You already know, man. That was another banger from my brother King L's. You did.
That's down the whole bell.
You did.
Before the hustle rap, it's gonna go on wholesale. Y'all know about that. Y'all know about that. Before the bell stop, we gotta drop the price to get the rest of them all.
I don't know about that, man. I don't need that. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, share, and social media. Let's go. Stop. Get some help.
Monique, go to you go to any streaming platform, type in that King L's, and then you type in that's the beginning of the end. Go on there. That track is on there. You can do your own DJ mix with it.
There you go, right there. Scrolling across the bottom of the screen. All my brother King L's music on YouTube. Y'all can go get it right there at that link. Scrolling across the bottom of the screen, man. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, Jack. All right. I'm gonna type this in for y'all real quick. Hold on real quick, y'all, man. Hold on real tight, y'all, man.
Toast to the hustlers. Wow. Hey, y'all, it was 74 degrees in the city today.
It was great outside today. I almost went outside and worked out outside today, man.
Man.
Definitely beautiful outside today.
Shoot some hoop outside on Thursday when I get off.
Yeah, so we got the young brethren Anthony Edwards, man. This little nigga can't stay out the goddamn tabloid by the broad, man. Which is a very bad thing. It's not nothing good will ever come from that. All right. 37-year-old IG model Aisha Howard says a then 19-year-old NBA player Anthony Edwards only had to DM where you at 5 a.m. to get in her pants, and yet she's still confused why he doesn't want to be in her child's life, even though he only hit her up to smash. Oh man. Oh, wow.
They both wrong. And we kind of talked about this before, but it's yeah, man. You know what I mean? Young homie, you gotta strap up. You gotta have more polish than that, man. You gotta be smarter than that. And her being what I said, how old is she? 37? Yeah, 37. You know, we ain't, man, just popping kids out for a cat that you know what I mean, hit once. Then you let the nigga hit once raw, and it just kind of is a nasty situation on both sides. Him going raw on her and her letting the nigga go raw on her. that early in the relationship, they obviously don't have no real relationship and never had no real conversation from the way that this end up as messy as it is, which showed me that they probably went raw right off the bat. Just kind of makes this a whole messy, nasty situation. Being 37, I think she got a son just as old as the homie, which is another kind of wild thing. I mean, my homie walk up in the crib, he gonna be a dad and the same age as her kid. That's wild. Like, man, that's wild. Like, I mean, the pops is the homie. Like, you know what I mean? That's wild, man.
Monique said, "Is that a male or a female?"
Yeah, man. You
Send a good look right
these dudes, they like these types, man. They like them all, you know, whatever. Like, but yeah, you gotta relax, man. And you put yourself, this ain't even the first kid that he had that he did the same thing too. So, you know, not even just on her, but he got a track record of doing this. So you don't want to get known for being the cat that's just gonna have like 20 kids while you're in the NBA and you just ain't gonna take care of none of them. You gonna fuck around the whole NBA retirement check taken, bro.
Yeah.
Just because you want to go raw, man. You want to go raw on all these chicks, freeze up your sperm joints, you know, freeze you up a couple capsules or whatever for the future and get the motherfucking snip, my G. You know what I mean? If you just about to be blasting off in chicks all the time like this, and what's crazy is what kills me with y'all cats is doing that is it ain't even the kids.
You know, because everybody plays.
Fuck around, get burnt up. Niggas were it's way worse shit than kids. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So the kids is you know, you sometimes you can celebrate that you had a kid with a certain type of woman. Like, yeah, your shit. Hey man, y'all niggas could die for what y'all do with y'all's dick, man. Y'all better start thinking about the way that y'all move like that. You can really die off of your dick.
Yeah, man. Y'all brothers need to tighten up, man. Don't let the little head beat the big head out, Paul. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go.
Differently in different areas.
You know, if I was a GM of a franchise that was starting up and I had the number one pick, I'd take me.
Start comparing, you know, who's the best of all time. You know, I never can accept that role. There's a lot of old guys that influenced my game.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time. That's what I felt. And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
If you care about being called the greatest basketball player ever, does that matter? Do you want that?
I don't want it in a sense because I think it disrespects Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, you know, all the guys that prior to me, I never had a chance to play against. When I hear it, I cringe a little bit because, you know, it's a little bit embarrassing because no one knows.
GOAT. What are you talking about? Something?
Yeah, all right.
Stop playing with me.
All right. Nobody knows. We got to get up out of here, man. Oh, hold on. We got something on my brother Kobe. Hold on. Let's talk about this real quick. We sit there and talk Bing up again. Kobe LeBron. Y'all heard that joint right there?
Yeah.
24, 23.
We back in the building. Y'all thought we was gone. My man Jay Lane was doing this thing. Jay Hill doing his thing. Hey, Mike, man, you got a nice suit on today too, man.
Appreciate that, Swag.
You got that
as well.
Now, would that happen if you were there? Would there be a celebration? When I saw that, all I could think of was you.
Not interesting. Come back to Forzo until you get the friends here. You feel me? We back in the.
Hey, man.
Kobe was the realest, man.
Like they said, man, these niggas was doing this after winning after an 8-game losing streak. Kobe couldn't even talk. He couldn't even speak, man. He like, bro, come on. Hey, man, it's these new niggas, man. The new NBA is different. That's why I don't even trust some of these dudes. You know, as much as I did like Swaggy P and his game, he actually had a game. I'm keeping 100. He was kind of a clown when it came to all the other shit. And it was funny when me and Verge and Rob last week. Remember when we saw the Tim Hardaway clip? When he told that nigga Swaggy P right off the top, he said, bro, you wouldn't even made it. Right. He said, you would have got caught up in the street. He told that nigga, he said, you wouldn't even made it to the NBA.
You wouldn't have made it, nigga.
He told
that what Gary Payton told that nigga Swaggy P?
Hey, that was what Tim Hardaway told him. Remember, he said, you wouldn't even made it to the NBA, bro. You would have got caught up in the streets, bro. Back in the 90s, them niggas would have wrapped you around their finger, bro. You'd have been running drugs for one of these niggas, bro.
Doing all some all crazy shit.
And you see that the reason why he said it, because of how Swaggy P was. If you already know, Swaggy P was the cat on the left that was yelling the most in the clip. After an 8-game losing streak, these niggas celebrating after one win. After 8 games of losing, you just go back to the locker room and say, we got to win 10 more. You know what I mean? So shout out to B, man, Kobe.
Shout out to the brother Kobe Bean Bryant. Rest in the essence to the brethren, you did. Hell, man, go ahead and say your final words before we sit up here. Get on up out of here, you know what I'm talking about?
You already know what it is, man. I'm glad everybody that came got a chance to tune in tonight, man. Y'all got to hear, some good E.N.E music, great topics. We, it was a good show today, man. I just hope, like I said, man, LeBron chill out, man. He a great player. Let your son be your son. Let him build his own legacy. You ain't gotta be the nigga all up in the videos. You know what I mean? Like, man, he tries to
dancing in a video and shit.
Dancing in the videos, all that shit. Like, chill, man. Let your son be yourself.
Relax, man. Let him be great.
Yeah, man. Like, you put more heat on the young cat than he even need himself, man. He already got heat on him. So, shout out to Stephen A. 100 million. Do your thing, bro. And shout out to everybody else, man. It's an eventful week for sports. You got March Madness coming up next week. The MLS downtown, it was popping. I think the Crew had a game today, so it was actually going down today when I was leaving work. We got the Blue Jackets popping. They probably gonna go to the playoffs. Columbus is popping right now. You got the baseball about to start up here, the Columbus Clippers. I'm definitely going to be hitting up a lot of Columbus Clippers games this year. So, Verge, you want to roll through like on the Saturday games, I'll let you know. We could hit up a couple. And, yeah, man, we chilling, man. Hope everybody have a great rest of their week. We got good weather the rest of the week. It may rain Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then it's going to be cold. Starting the week off, dropping to the 40s. So y'all better enjoy this weather. You know what I mean?
You better sit up there and enjoy the weather.
Yeah, we out.
We out of here, man. Y'all have a good evening, man. You know what I'm talking about? E.N.E every day, all day, no days off. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I want to do. No matter what you do, man, just keep winning and doing what you do, man. E.N.E every day, all day, no days off. This is good. See on Thursday. We ain't doing no show tomorrow. We on Thursday, ladies' night.
Inferno spaz on this motherfucker.
Ha. E.N.E. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Apply all the lessons and show how to improve. Call out your mood and dock out the truth. Watch what they do, but focus on you. Just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true, just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Apply all the lessons and show how to improve. Call out your mood and dock out the truth. Watch what they do, but focus on you. Just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true, just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true, it's harder to sleep. At nighttime I plan, in the daytime I execute plan. Watch the advance, split it with fan. Single we nothing, play beaches on sand. Check the expand, we built up the brand. Came a long way from shaving the grass. Shout out to the most high above. All the motivations out the mud. Now when I leave, I'm out of touch. This out more like turn it up. Major diff between love and lust. At the end, all start with trust. Like Lou Haynes up in them shorts. Played it wet like I'm on the coast. This hit mountain no bragging bows. Different respect like bread and toast. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Apply all the lessons and show how to improve. Call out your move, knock out the truth. Watch what they do, but focus on you. Just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true, just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Apply all the lessons and show how to improve. Call out your mood and dock out the truth. Watch what you do, but focus on you. Just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true, just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true.
Sometimes we win, but I never lose. Accepting defeat, excuse me, refuse. Lyrically spit, just one of my rules. All on my zone like Syracuse. Cautious is sick, my blow will fuse. Like Tupac, we spit camera crews. Your voice is lit, cameras and views. 100 mixtapes, no interviews. Sometimes we stall, sometimes we bruise. Just know the path is something we choose. Never we rap, we pack venues. Rapping these beats is my revenues. Cats is fake, look at these dudes. Think shit sweet, like sugar cubes. Santa Fe mean, body is rude, tires is clean. Look at them shoes. Just keep winning and do what you do. Cause that's how we move. Follow our image and do what we do. We showing the proof. 3-story house with 40 rooms. 4 in the back with swimming pools. Nothing is free. We pay our dues. Smoking that sticky Gorilla Glue.
Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Apply all the lessons and show how to improve. Call out your mood and dock out the truth. Watch what they do, but focus on you. Just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true, just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Apply all the lessons and show how to improve. Call out your mood and dock out the truth. Watch what they do, but focus on you. Just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true, just keep winning and do what you do. Homie say true.
I gotta win, don't know how to lose. Clean as a fuck, bright in my jewels. Burning his gas, stink up the room. Palmers and leaves, we dropping it soon. Butcher with L's, exit or doom. Locking the game, crazy is true. E.N.E shit, this what we do. Charging you niggas cause we pay-per-view. Silence the critics and fuck niggas too. Hating is only gonna get you the flu. It's common, I'm cold, the virus is proof. Gelato the strain, my shit is the truth. We on the up, rally the troops. All of my niggas just spaz in the booth. That's all about business, I got on the suit. We plan to get millies and hop out of coops. I'm Tropicana, I got the juice. My bitch is bad, sweet as a tooth. Jacking my style, niggas really be mad. I fuck up the flow that they think they might have. Straight to the money, I'm getting the bag. Leaving them leaking, go get on my pad. I'm one of the best, I refuse to be last. Thought we was done, now we right on your ass.
Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Apply all the lessons and show how to improve. Call out your mood and dock out the truth. Watch what they do, but focus on you. Just keep winning and do what you do.